a country which got only 32 medals in 1984. Olympics consecutively made progress, which made it win 89 medals in 2021. Tokyo Olympics up from its 70 medals in 2016 Rio Olympics. Yes, we are talking about the Republic of China. Have you ever wondered why is it so that China's medal tally in world-level championships is increasing every year to a great extent, and Chinese athletes consistently top the medal tally in the Olympics? Is it just the hard work of athletes, or is it a conspiracy by Chinese against the global competitors? Over the last few decades, China has risen as a dominant force in the global sports arena, consistently achieving top rankings in medal counts. China stands out as a nation that has astounded the world with its wealth of sports talent, a feat unrivaled by any other nation, considering its vast population and economic circumstances. Remarkably, China's Olympic journey began unexpectedly in 1952 in Helsinki, where they made a last-minute entry, participating in a single event: swimming. Since then, China's Olympic history has been a captivating and remarkable tale. It's worth noting that following the 1952 Helsinki Games, China abstained from Olympic participation for 4 decades due to various political factors. In 1984, this country, absent from the Olympics for 32 years, made a triumphant return, securing an impressive 32 medals, including an astonishing 15 gold medals, which left the world in awe. Remarkably, China's medal count in that single Olympic Games in Los Angeles surpassed the cumulative tally of many countries over a century. China's performance in Los Angeles was nothing short of a sports sensation, finishing 5th overall and clinching 4th place in terms of gold medals won, 15. This marked the beginning of China's meteoric rise in Olympic success, reaching its zenith in Beijing in 2008. Judo, initially introduced in 1964 and later reintroduced in 1972, has contributed significantly to China's medal count, totaling 20 medals, including 8 golds. At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, table tennis and taekwondo were introduced as Asian sports. China quickly emerged as dominant, consistently securing the majority of medals in these sports. In 1992, badminton made its debut in Barcelona, with China leading the medal tally, boasting 16 golds and a total of 38 medals. China's success across these sports underscores their effective utilization of their cultural heritage advantage. China places a distinct emphasis on augmenting its medal collection and seeks avenues to establish supremacy on a global scale. When trampoline became an Olympic sport in 2000, China swiftly allocated substantial funding and resources to training, capitalizing on the sport's relatively low competition level. Their strategic approach yielded remarkable results, as they secured both gold and bronze medals in men's and women's trampoline events during the 2008 Olympics. Furthermore, a glance at the medal tally for the 2008 Games reveals China's dominance in women's events, with an impressive 29 gold medals compared to the 22 obtained in men's events. The Chinese government employs a heavily funded and centralized top-down training model, all with the singular aim of achieving Olympic gold. While the exact funding figures remain undisclosed and lack the transparency of some other nations, they are widely estimated to constitute the world's most generously funded high-performance program. These financial resources cover athlete salaries, employ full-time support staff, facilitate the recruitment of elite coaches and foreign expertise, construct extensive training facilities, and enable various other avenues of support. Operating through a structured pyramid program, comprising approximately 5,000 sports schools that funnel talent into provincial training centers, and ultimately into the Olympic Center, China ensures the seamless operation and success of its Olympic program. China has a strong tradition in sports that require repetitive training and are characterized by strict discipline. Chinese coaches are known for pushing their athletes to their limits. In most sports, Chinese athletes train together as a team for 365 days a year, emphasizing teamwork, preparation, and skill development. Even in sports like basketball, where athletes spend about 6 months with their professional teams, they still dedicate a significant amount of time to the national team, more than many other nations. This commitment to year-round training means that Chinese athletes function exceptionally well as a team, are well prepared to work with national coaches, possess advanced skills, excel in team environments, and have the physical and technical prowess needed for success. In contrast, Many other Olympic programs worldwide do not adopt such a professional approach. Some athletes from these programs train independently and only come together to join the national team in the months, or even just weeks, leading up to the Games. Following each Olympic event, China conducts comprehensive evaluations of its performance. Through these assessments, they pinpoint weaknesses and areas in need of enhancement, which then inform their strategy for upcoming Games. This unwavering commitment to constant refinement guarantees their consistent presence at the pinnacle of sporting excellence. China has consistently prioritized the inclusion of women in sports since 1984. They have ensured a substantial representation of women in every Olympic Games, recognizing the pivotal role this plays in bolstering China's overall medal count. Historically, China has exhibited greater strength in women's events, particularly in team sports, than in men's events. This phenomenon can be attributed to the prevailing global trend, where men's sports typically receive more attention and funding than women's sports. China acknowledges that by allocating increased funding and resources towards women's sports, they can readily narrow the gap and potentially surpass other nations in these disciplines. Furthermore, during the 1980s, China introduced several sports like weightlifting, wrestling, and cycling for women, contributing to their success in women's events. China has consistently prioritized active participation in sports such as gymnastics, diving, and weightlifting. They have strategically sent a substantial number of athletes to these events, particularly in sports with European origins or those offering multiple medal opportunities. Their commitment extends beyond participation. China has exerted efforts to assert dominance in these disciplines, often outperforming some of the world's leading nations in these sports. China excels in a handful of sports that offer numerous medal opportunities, most notably gymnastics, with an impressive tally of 18 golds. In gymnastics, each apparatus provides individual medal prospects in addition to team and individual all-around events, allowing the same athletes to secure multiple medals, sometimes even tripling their victories. This contrasts with sports like handball, football, or basketball, where a single talented athlete can accumulate more medals than an entire group of players combined. Track running, on the other hand, requires specialization, necessitating a larger pool of gifted athletes to win multiple medals. China's strengths extend to other sports like badminton, diving, and weightlifting, all of which offer multiple medal opportunities and contribute to their success. Hosting major international sporting events not only enhances a nation's athletic prestige, but also offers an opportunity to showcase its cultural and technological achievements on a global stage. China embraced this opportunity when it hosted the 29th Olympic Games in 2008 and again in 2022, marking a significant milestone as the first Olympic host in the nation's history, and only the fifth time since 1894 that an Asian country took on this role. For China's leaders, the 2008 Olympics served as a platform to exhibit the nation's athletic prowess, while also demonstrating its national strength, thus reinforcing the legitimacy of the Chinese Communist Party. To achieve this, China introduced various policies aimed at countering stereotypes of the country, such as associations with cheaply made goods, environmental challenges, and governance issues. Substantial investments were made in state-of-the-art construction and infrastructure projects, exemplified by the iconic Bird's Nest Stadium. Moreover, approximately 400,000 city volunteers and 100,000 game-time volunteers were mobilized to foster stronger connections between the Chinese government and the public. One of the notable challenges faced during the Beijing Olympics revolved around widespread pollution concerns. To combat emissions, China closed over 1,000 coal mines and imposed bans on up to 1 million cars daily in Beijing. The nation also prioritized renewable energy, equipping all 7 main Olympic stadiums with solar-powered generators. Greenpeace praised these efforts, acknowledging Beijing for its improvements in city infrastructure and the use of cutting-edge energy-saving technologies in venues. China's determination to bolster its prestige was perhaps most evident at the opening ceremony, described by The Guardian as China's debut as a major global power. This spectacular event featured thousands of artists executing meticulously choreographed performances, not only celebrating China's rich cultural history, but also, as noted by the New York Times, aiming to ignite national pride within China and convey the message that a rising China posed no threat to the world. With a staggering global viewership exceeding 1 billion people, it became the most watched Olympic opening ceremony in history, surpassing the audiences of London 2012 and Rio 2016, which drew roughly 300 million viewers each. China's top-down approach extends to athlete recruitment as well. The nation identifies promising talent as young as 4 years old, nurturing them through a network of over 2,000 state-run sports academies. While this strategy has contributed to impressive medal counts, it has failed to alter international perceptions of China. Foreign observers have expressed concerns about the toll these academies take on young athletes, with one U.S. women's rowing coach likening Chinese athletes to resource-backed robots. The significant leap in performance that China achieved starting from Beijing 2008 and onwards can be attributed in large part to the infusion of foreign expertise. China cast a wide net globally to acquire top-tier coaches and staff seeking excellence from around the world. A striking illustration of this commitment is the presence of 28 foreign head coaches in the most recent Olympics. Moreover, China's dedication to their athletes is evident in their willingness to bring in international experts when injuries occur, a level of investment rarely seen elsewhere in the world. China employs a top-down sports system where the highest echelons exert control and management to achieve Olympic success. Athletes enter the system at its foundation, the sports schools, with the primary aim of fulfilling the government's Olympic objectives. Some other Asian nations employ similar systems. This contrasts with Western nations, which embrace a bottom-up approach where community and club levels nurture athletes and individuals pursue sports for personal goals. In this Western model, athletes naturally progress through lower tiers until they demonstrate exceptional talent and are subsequently recognized and selected for national programs. Only then does the government or national sports governing body significantly influence their athletic journey. Debates persist about which approach is optimal. Nonetheless, it's evident that a system with control over an athlete's life and development from their entry into sports, with a clear Olympic success goal in mind, enables meticulous planning. This includes determining educational needs, skill development, physical requirements, sleep patterns, and necessary medical support, all contributing to a comprehensive strategy for accomplishing Olympic success. Indeed, China boasts one of the world's largest talent reservoirs to draw from, with approximately 200,000 full-time athletes engaged in their Olympic or Institute of Sports programs. This vast pool significantly enhances the likelihood of producing champion athletes, in stark contrast to the comparatively smaller numbers in other Olympic programs, often in the range of 1,000 or a few thousand. Furthermore, China's diverse population, representing a wide spectrum of ethnicities, contributes to the availability of individuals with varied physical capabilities. Children displaying limited academic aptitude but strong athletic potential frequently enroll in specialized sports schools, embarking on a path of nearly daily training in their chosen disciplines. Essentially, they become full-time athletes from a very young age, a luxury not commonly afforded to many Western athletes who must balance their sports commitments with academic responsibilities. Chinese youngsters accumulate their requisite 10,000 hours of practice early in their lives. China strategically concentrates its efforts on sports where they have the potential to excel, whether it's identifying opportunities in less competitive disciplines or capitalizing on their strengths in certain sports like table tennis. For instance, they often transition gymnasts into sports like snowboarding, aerial skiing, and diving, leveraging their exceptional gymnastic abilities to gain a competitive edge. Furthermore, China places a strong emphasis on amassing a substantial number of medals, targeting sports with various weight classes such as weightlifting or wrestling, or those offering a higher number of medals like swimming. This approach aligns with the strategies of many centralized sports systems worldwide, including countries like Australia. China has a long-standing strategy of recruiting athletes in sports where they believe they have a realistic chance of victory. In terms of resource allocation, they sometimes prioritize less glamorous events, like shooting, over more popular ones, such as athletics, demonstrating their strategic focus on medal acquisition. The rewards for those who achieve Olympic success are substantial. Some Olympic athletes earn in a week what their economically disadvantaged families might earn in an entire year. This offers a significant opportunity for impoverished families to ascend to a higher social class, providing powerful motivation for athletes to dedicate themselves to rigorous training. China's Olympic champions receive considerable rewards, including around $200,000 USD for an Olympic gold medal. Additionally, they may receive housing benefits and secure high-level government positions upon retirement. Even winning the All-China Games can bring athletes rewards of up to $100,000 USD, contingent on the province. Most of these athletes originate from families engaged in factory or farm work, earning just enough to sustain their households. The Chinese government, alongside many of its citizens, holds a strong belief that the world has been adversarial towards them, and they are determined to prove their worth. This motivation fuels their determination to demonstrate their exceptional capabilities to the rest of the world. Historically, China perceives itself as having been bullied by foreign powers, a sentiment that persists to this day, particularly in relation to the party receiving substantial criticism. In the realm of sports, China finds a platform where they can genuinely compete and assert their strength, dispelling the perception of weakness. Achieving success at the Olympics holds immense significance for the Chinese people. While every nation appreciates Olympic success to some extent, few place as high a value on it as China, underscoring the profound importance they attach to proving their prowess on the global stage. China's remarkable ascent in the Olympics medal tally is a product of a multifaceted strategy. They employ comprehensive methods, encompassing talent identification and cultivation, robust government backing, and the integration of cutting-edge scientific techniques. Their unwavering commitment, fervor, and unrelenting pursuit of perfection have consistently propelled China to prominence on the grandest stage in sports.